Hi folks, we are taking a little break from the Battle for the Seven Kingdoms this time, and we are going to watch a final of an online event that's being played right now. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this correctly, Farró Morghulis Online Open. This is one of those friendly open events that lets people qualify for the final cut, and this is a huge one. It's one of the bigger online events we had in recent times. More than 30 players have showed up. And it's also, for me, because I've been playing exclusively pretty much in the Battle for the Seven Kingdoms, it's the first real opportunity to test the new cards as well from a True Telling. Not so new anymore, I guess, but the Battle for the Seven Kingdoms, of course, doesn't have them because the deck lists were submitted well before. But we have some here, and we also have joining us the main organizer for this event, Marcel Arias. Good evening.
Hi, Miha. Good evening. Really happy to be here with you.
Yeah, so how was your day with this event? I think the turnout was pretty good, right?
Yeah, we're very happy. We were, commenting with our friends from the Farró team. I think you played two of them actually, the Baratheon Free Companies and the Drowned Gods. And yeah, we're really excited to see everyone joining. We saw a lot of new cards, and now we're gonna enjoy this great final.
Yes, and the final is between saraaa playing Baratheon trading with Qohor and Mad playing Tyrell White Book. Let's see if it's already started. It's just starting now. And yes, so saraaa this morning played the last semi-final game for us in the Battle for the Seven Kingdoms with this deck. Slightly different. This does have a few new cards. And did brilliantly to turn that game around and is winning everything lately. And of course, Mad is a great player, and they played actually, well, we all played in Echtalek in the final of that team event with two players per team against each other. And Mad and Alex from France played against us in that one and beat us, so maybe chance here for some revenge.
Some revenge. Yeah, they are both. Saraaa is in such a winning streak, and she controls all the Baratheon decks really well. And Pierre, you know, I'm a bit angry at Pierre because of betraying Martel, but it's fine. Let's see if they can provide us with a good game.
Well, okay, so saraaa tries with barring the gates because of the white swords, of course, in the white book decks, but misses. Well, it's not a disaster, it will stop some things, but yeah, waste of a plot that could have been better elsewhere. And she doesn't actually have any attachments or any economy at the moment, and did not get to play her maiden either in the first round, which could be damaging for some time.
Yeah, looks like a tough mulligan for Saraaa, and then she tried to make it, compensate with this barring. Let's see. we had a final game of Mirror Tyrell White Book, which was really exciting with Shelkor. I think it had some final rounds of a lot of calculation and speculation.
Yeah, he played quite a late tourney there, round 6 it was, I think, and into the Harris, so didn't have as many knights as he wanted really to close.
And then I
Well,
didn't really see the rests from these decks, but I did see some strong Beric on Sarah's side. That was really really nice in one of her games.
yes, I think Barrick fits kind of perfect, almost perfectly, I guess, in Qohor. You have to take something out because you cannot just have all the 7 costers. So usually, the one we play in Battle for the Seven Kingdoms has this Robert that we see him play now, and it has the 7 cost Stannis. And of course, if you want to put Barrick in, compared to Stannis, so he has printed renown, he has the strength to take Warhammer and get initiative from that, and he has the ability, so he should be better, but doesn't have the Relore trait, which sometimes makes a difference in this
Oh.
deck.
What slot does he take out from the standard Qohor decks?
Well, I guess we'll see if Sara is playing any copy of Stannis here. I think Stannis might have gone. Although Richard Horp at 6 cost, maybe we had one copy. Maybe that copy is also gone.
Right.
And yes, so Red Priests are back now, which are good characters. They have their lore trait, of course, for Azor Ahai Reborn, and it kind of messes with the economy. So clearly Sara is winning everything, so still doing alright with that. But I think she had to take Kingsgate out and put in the Rose Roads instead as well. So
makes sense.
Okay, so attacking Intrigue. That's the one where Mad cannot use the agenda to stand defenders. But if he, of course, any challenge he defends, he's giving cards away. Sara is over reserve, but clearly desperately needs some more cards. She could, of course, herself play Air next round, trade Sweet Robin for something, but I think the Maiden really is key.
Yeah, especially with the economy that Pierre has already. Probably just better to win the initiative battle later on.
Set for the rest of the game, plus white swords, of course. So the only thing that can stop him is if he doesn't actually find the cards. There's Old Town for draw. I think he has High Tower in this deck as well.
Well, let's see. Also nice the pressure that Qohor can do even makes you kind of defend very inefficient challenges.
Okay, so he's going to
like this one.
Let Robert win, and Robert can trade the Disputed Claim now, because that does nothing for him, or he can trade Red God's Blessing for a Lightbringer. Although then he would not... would he win military now? So what does he want to do? Could also trade for a Bodyguard. I think the reset, the one and only reset probably is the Harris.
Yeah, it's the most common, right? In Tyrell White Book. I mean, there are several versions, but this makes more sense for all the non-uniques that they play.
Yeah, and...
Sorry.
So Bryce Caron is getting intimidated. He could have stood with Marjorie. Now former champion is the one that can do a challenge. Probably kill off Godry. The question is, are the cards that are being given away here of any use to Sara? There's no put to the sword, surely, right? That would be crazy. Yeah. He did keep 2 gold.
Would be some spice to this final, but for now.
So it's 3-3. And now things could get difficult for Sara, because the board on the other side will get larger and larger, I think.
Yep, plus 5 gold each turn, and at least two plots that put characters into play. So a lot of speculation.
Tourney is the closer for these decks. Of course, if you can play Mad King's Command into Tourney, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's swell. Also, I guess Melisandre would be a great draw.
Yeah, or just... Okay, so there is a Stannis. And the Robert goes, so he was drawn probably from Late Summer Feast, and Sara figures she doesn't need the extra copy. Yeah, what she needs really is Azor Ahai Reborn on him, and then a couple of Relore Chads, so that he does challenges with that Warhammer.
Yes, that's the fearful luck that we all have endured against Qohor.
Matt gets rid of political disaster. It's not going to do anything, because the economy is the only locations are economy, and even then there's King's Roads, so to have 3 in play is very unusual for Qohor. And we have air on the other side, so giving up on the maiden, I guess, for now. Which lets Matt go first, but Sweet Robin could be traded. Okay, we saw just now Stannis and the Robert go. Surely
Yeah.
something.
So let's. So New Beric is a lord, right?
He is, yes.
Okay.
Well, Stannis is here. Doesn't survive the Harris too well with Robert, but for now he's a strong body.
And then Marjorie, she's gonna mess with some of the plans from Saraaa. Let's see how 9 gold against 4 gold, how this goes.
And the Green Apple Knight already turned on, of course. And if there's a Jaime or something like that to get renown, there is a Mark Mollendor. And we have the Hollow Hill. Yeah, this version of the deck that plays the Hollow Hill and Political Disaster. I played Echdalek against a deck very similar to this one, against Ryan Wood, and it was just impossible. Even though I prepared for this matchup and I won the other one, I played this one with the non-loyalists that just never run out of cards. It's difficult to deal with. And I said earlier that the chance Saraaa has is if Matt doesn't draw the cards, but yeah, Hollow Hill is there. It's not going to work every round. There is the Smith and the King in the North, I guess, so.
Yeah, that's true. There are some tools, but yeah, I agree. These versions are very resilient to getting, out of characters, and even, anything that they draw is valuable because it can get renown or other keywords. Even if it's a Hedge Knight, it can be dangerous, right? So
yeah, and you can
let's see
plan
what Sarah has
around
for
your
us.
own Harris as well. Take the little ones, take dupes if you need them.
Yeah.
Or just take a big Barristan Selmy that can get played with the plot. 4 cards in hand, but it doesn't matter, right? If you draw a Barristan, just goes to the discard pile and then you put him in. I think misfiring with the Maiden was really bad here for Saraaa, or with Barring, I should say.
Yeah, this round with Maiden, it would have been tight, and I don't know, were they tied in power? Yeah, right? So it would have been random, right?
Yes. Yeah, thinking.
Well, at least there's only one Kingsguard in play, so not a lot of stand. And there's the Claim Soak.
Now is there going to be any economy at any point? Not yet. Okay, Lightbringer or Stannis. Means if Marjorie is not just going to pull characters into the challenge and make them useless, she needs to win the challenges to stop Stannis standing. But I think that can happen just on the intrigue with Green Apple Knight as well.
Yeah. Green Apple Knight, such a strong card.
That's the plan.
Stan is in. Wins. Well, I guess still needs to be careful about Robert, right? He can get crazy amount of power.
Yeah, the power challenge is kind of weak at the moment, with just Bryce now standing. Okay, so this will stand Bryce. And we'll see what Mark brings in. It is blind at the moment. Oof, okay. That's useful.
Oh, smooth. That's pretty good.
That's very useful. That even wins power on defense now. Well, actually, if they don't attack.
I guess you attack, right? In this case, I mean, accumulating power is just good for Tyrell in this case. Because then they can threaten with tourney at any point.
Yeah, now
But I
the
don't know,
round.
maybe Robert is really dangerous.
Yeah, so I think Saraaa might actually pass now as well. So I think she's probably. I don't see any other choice than to try an early Mad King's Command now. It will bring the characters back to 3 on 3, where Robert and Stannis obviously are pretty decent.
Yeah. Also, it looks like a more or less obvious white swords coming, so maybe Mad King is the right call.
Although Turney wins initiative against it, and if you keep Green Apple Knight, that's a lot of damage done, even wasting Turney basically against Mad King's Command.
Oh, even some begging brothers on Pierre's side. I mean, maybe you can even extend a bit more with now playing, the maiden. That's maybe a risky move, but maybe worth it.
Haha, okay. Into the Harris.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, so that would have really dealt with Mad King's Command. Okay, Saraaa doesn't waste it, so she will need more characters to come in now. Hopefully keep 3 for Mad King's Command and then she can play it. And already the
And then
former
with
champion has stealth.
yeah, right, stealth, power icon. I don't know if oh, and there goes Baristan. Not sure if Pierre is playing white cloak in this deck.
I suspect not. Okay, Silisi can now get a cheap attachment, so there should be a Lightbringer that was on Stannis before. Yeah, now Azor Reborn though, which is a shame. I could really do with
Yep.
one more character here. Milk on Marjorie is not going to let her pull characters into the challenge.
Milk is
Honestly,
good.
Milks could go on
Nice.
several characters. Okay, they do go on Green Apple Knight as well, but Baristan's still annoying. Well, so Green Apple Knight is not now going to attack just freely. Now, is there anything worth keeping in hand?
Yeah. Probably Sarah is in an all-in mode now. So just allowing Pierre to attack. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Then it must be something valuable.
Well, if you're going to play Mad King's Command, you have 3 gold, so that's not a lot. Could be a Red Priest or something, I don't know. Yeah, the problem is
Probably just
Marjorie is still there.
stealthing.
Yeah, and you can
Yeah.
put Barristan into the challenge because he stands.
Right. Delena could be a good draw here. I don't know if she's playing her.
No. She blocks all the stand from Lightbringer and Seal of the Hand.
Right, that's true. Not worth it. Put to the sword.
Not this time. But let's see. Does he now... Okay, he can't attack with a single character because of Lightbringer. Could attack with both, and then Saraaa can make a choice whether she leaves it unopposed and attacks back, or Pierre could just play it safe here and pass. I think that might be the thing to do.
Yeah.
Assuming, of course, there isn't anything that is just going to come in now from hand.
Yeah, I mean, even the military challenge is not that worrisome for Pierre, right? Because he can defend and save.
Yeah, but it is one that Saraaa can win if she has any ambitions with the Qohor trigger. Now, what could that be? It could be some kind of hunting accident.
That would be nice. And then also, I mean, because Saraaa plays Mad King, but not Dohairis, right?
Yes.
There you go, the save. And let's see.
Okay, now no agenda trigger. And it's 10-5. Well, it wasn't looking good this morning either for us, but we turned it around, so let's see.
You guys are playing the final against Goldbull, right?
Yes, looking forward to that.
Nice, that's gonna be fun games.
Yeah,
I see that they had to come back after your loss against Stark, Many-Faced God.
Yeah, we were, I think in 5 rounds basically we were on the verge of losing and going out of the tournament, and somehow always managed to survive. I played the decider twice and won it. Saraaa played it twice and won it, so just hanging in there. Saraaa also had one game that was game 2 after we were 1-0 down, and she was 14-6 down or something to Chris's Stark Crossing, and somehow managed to survive.
Wow, crazy. Yeah, you guys have had tough rounds, and also I remember you qualified because of the strength of schedule, right? So you had good opponents.
Yes, the tiebreaker was the number of wins, and we had 8. We were tied with another team that had 8, but we had the better strength of schedule for 8th place. So just managed to make it. So let's see what's the third character that's going to come in now for Mad King's Command. If there is one.
4 gold.
Maybe an Imri. I don't know.
Imri,
Then it's 3 on 3, and
Alistair.
he can sacrifice the port, I guess, after challenges. Can't keep all of the attachments. There's 3 on Robert, but the two milks. So Sarah's going first, so she will have to choose. And if she doesn't keep milks, then Matt could keep the characters that
Yeah.
are going to lose the milks. Now, if that's Marjorie, then that means Green Apple Knight can never be turned on because there will be only 2 knights and her. And if it's Green Apple Knight, well, the strength goes up, of course, and doesn't kneel. Question is, of course, if
Well,
Sarah
I
can push
guess,
challenges through with Intimidate first.
what do you do here? I guess you keep your 3 on Robert and just rely on the other characters that have the milks to not be chosen, right? Not sure.
Well, she's passed and only has 2 characters. That's disappointing. She protected her hand last time. Now, it's theoretically possible that there is a hunting accident in there which can come in through shadows, and mid-challenge could be put on Barristan, for instance. It would be better to keep it in hand in that case, because you can only keep 3 attachments.
Yeah.
Now she needs to win a challenge desperately to even get a bodyguard, otherwise things go downhill really quickly. Unless she can win all of them with Intimidate, but it's unlikely. And there's a card in Shadows now. That's some kind of Mandon Moore, right? That's going to just ruin the round for her, I think.
Yeah, with 7 gold can be pretty much anything.
So Warhammer Lightbringer and Redguard's Blessing are kept, not the 2 milks. No, what does Pierre do? Does he keep the former champion? It's not the strongest character, but it has some power already. Question is, does he feel like
And
he's going to win and he can lose the power instead of losing the strong board presence here?
even the evasion can be worth it, right? Just having the stealth is probably a good reason to keep it. He can always, I don't know. I mean, he's not gonna lose any challenge apart from an intrigue one.
Didn't keep a Green Apple Knight. And yeah, if he has Mandon Moore. Actually, he doesn't beat Silesian. If it's Robert Strong, then I would say it's game over anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert not strong enough really to push a challenge through and make use of his Lightbringer. If you go Intrigue first, okay, you're not really doing much with that. Can even be left unopposed without any huge penalty. Would be
Yeah,
different if
looks
Azor Ahai Reborn was in play, of course.
very different. Maybe just to get a bodyguard. You know, the reason to pull an intrigue challenge through, but you can still probably lose the game this round.
Okay, so she's going to probably do power with both, which requires some defenders here, and then if... oh, okay, just the one. If it's defended with Barristan and she has a hunting accident, she can do that from hand. Oof, okay, it was a Robert Strong, so that's that can be
Damn.
saved. I think whatever she tried here was not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough game.
Yeah, a bit unlucky to not get a minion to play with 3 gold, so that it's not so disasters now.
There was a hunting accident, so if Pierre fell into the trap somehow, it would have made a difference, but he had the Robert Strong. He had basically Arbor and Redvine Straits from the start. It was pretty much set, and the Harris, of course, is something that is going to hurt Bara Qohor. Yeah.
Well, Robert, you did a good job as a king, but I think Kingsguards are taking over.
Yeah, and doesn't help even leaving him because the former champion has stealth now, so that's going to be unopposed military with renown. Then we see unopposed power plus dominance, but
Yeah.
dominance not even needed. I think it's already 15. Well, can't win
Yeah,
them all, I
very
guess.
solid. Solid performance by Pierre. No mistakes. And
Yeah, Tyrell Whitebook
he's
still
our champion.
to one of the top decks for sure, and a worthy winner, I think. Yeah, not a single nickel location until that Dragonstone port came in. Tough to deal with the Arbor and Redvine Strengths, but you do have some chance with this Mad King's command play to make it 3 against 3. And then if you have the character that intimidates, yeah, it's kind of playable, but Tyrell just needs to survive and then spam the board, I think, and they're fine.
Totally. It was the sensible play. But yeah, look at that Dragonstone port standing alone. So sad.
Didn't even have a card to reduce this round, unfortunately. Okay, so this is the tournament. We'll just wait for this to be updated so we can crown Mad as the champion. Also, we have Targaryen Many-Faced God in the semifinals, or in the top 4, I guess.
Yes,
In
that's
terms of-
Marty, one of
yeah.
our one of our Farró members. So we're proud that there's some Farró represent in the top 4.
Yeah,
And
there
then
wasn't
Shelker,
actually a top
who-
4. It's third and fourth place after Swiss, but it makes a difference because of the prizes,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We were just short of 3 players to extend to top 8, which would mean that maybe I would get a prize, but no shot. We'll try next time. But thank you, Miha, for this stream and for participating, for all the help with organizing. And it was great to share this evening with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely my pleasure, and thank you for joining us on commentary. Always nice to have company and some insight from other players. Yeah, and thanks for organizing.
pleasure.
This was a great event. I think we all had fun. Well, personally, I can scroll down so that you can see I am pretty much in last place. I have a win against a buy. I tried some new cards. I tried Smugglers with Lady Maria. And to be fair, I had good games. All 3 games were interesting, so it wasn't like a blowout. But yeah,
You
just kept
You
losing.
gave us some showtime against the Drown Gods. That was a epic final game.
Yeah, too bad we don't have that on record. That was amazing. My opponent had a Driftwood Cudgel that made his Chad 25 strength or something crazy, and I couldn't push any challenge through to get to 15. It was an interesting conclusion for sure. Yeah, so next up we have on this channel the conclusion of the battle for the 7 kingdoms, and then it's time for the World Cup, so hopefully you will be with me for all of those games and matches as well. So thanks again, Marcel, and of course to all of our viewers, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Have a good night.
Bye bye. Thank you.